Hello, and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. In the last episode, rule was broken, mainly by Di, because she lost her she lost at her own game. Basically, she had to cheat because the vampires were caught by Shizuka, aka Shizuka used literally broken logic to try to figure out that Captain and I were the vampires, and as a result, Captain and I were supposed to, die together, but we weren't. So, and of course we weren't, because, Di wants to keep the Captain alive. So we went back in time again, and now it's another person's execution. This time it's Beatrix's, which is new and unfortunate, I guess, because I believe Nicholas is going to react terribly, but we may as well see where this goes. We'd arrived at the medical bay. We gathered in a cluster by the door, waiting to see what Di was going to do. She couldn't physically give Beatrix any poison, so how was it going to work?
Nicholas, if you would step into the surgery room, we can get started.
Oh, making someone's sibling do this, making family.
I thought you said we couldn't swap.
Nope, you're the one enacting it.
Well, I did say rules are rules, but I'm not unmoved by your brave offer. So, into the room with you.
Nicholas moved towards the door.
No, please.
Too late, get in.
Beatrix pulled her brother into a hug as he moved towards the door. She didn't say anything to him, but her face was bright red and from the effort of not crying. Nicholas stepped into the surgery room, and Di locked the door behind him.
Nicholas
is okay.
Not so fast. Time for a game within a game, I call it. Double Jeopardy.
Because they're twins.
What? Di, what are you?
Just having a little bit of fun.
Okay, so this is twice you've changed the rules now.
I've shut down the oxygen to the surgery room. Beatrix Vogel, can you administer yourself a lethal poison dose before your brother runs out of air?
No.
By my count, you have 3 minutes to make yourself dead.
That is unfortunate.
Or you could hold out until your brother dies. At which point, one of the others will force you.
Okay, what? Okay. Di didn't need to explain how that would work. She threatened everyone until someone killed Beatrix. Okay.
What's it to be? 1 death or 2? Let's find out. 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
Beatrix looked at her brother inside the surgical room, and he was sitting on the bed, peering through the observation window at us. He seemed to be trying to read lips, which meant Di must have cut the sound so he couldn't hear what we were saying.
Did I mention you need to be 100% dead before I turn his oxygen back on?
Okay.
You've got 2.5 minutes.
Beatrix ran into the storage room.
I knew there must be a way to jazz up a poisoning.
I mean, it's needlessly complicated. There was a loud clattering from inside the storeroom. It sounded like Beatrix had knocked something over.
All right, I'm ready to take bets. I'll give you 3 to 1 that Trixie makes it in time.
Okay. I think both are gonna die.
No one? What about 11 to 1 that she deliberately lets her brother die?
That's not gonna happen.
Real funny, Di.
Not a gambling crowd, eh?
Beatrix emerged from the storeroom, a bottle in hand filled with a dark liquid.
We need to get to the kitchen ASAP. I need to mix this with a chemical from the kitchen.
Beatrix ran as quickly as she could towards the kitchen, and the rest of us followed quickly after, leaving Nicholas alone and confused in the medical bay. We made it to the kitchen, where I saw Beatrix hurried, mixing liquids on the counter. Hurriedly. What are you mixing?
I won't tell you fools, then you can poison yourselves.
That's fair. That is fair. Beatrix quickly sat down at the kitchen island.
Beatrix Vogel, you have served the Everett and the mission with honor.
I mean, Captain, do you really think she wants to hear this right now? Beatrix lifted her glass with a golden yellow in colour, and began drinking the concoction.
We will remember that, and the courage you are showing today.
Thank you.
Beatrix blinked a few times and began falling backwards off a chair.
Whoa! It's okay, Beatrix, I got you.
I mean, technically, Kakashi, you're not supposed to, because she's got to be dead in order to save Nicholas. He had a strong grip on Nicholas and helped her sit back up straight.
That's quicker than I...
Beatrix leaned forward, bracing herself on the table. I didn't know what kind of poison she used, but it must have been quick acting and painful.
Oh, my head.
Salute!
Vladimir's alive. Oh yeah, because bidding war. We won bidding war. Okay. Vladimir turned to Melody to face him. Vladimir turned Melody to face him, while the rest of the crew, except Katashi, who was still beside her, honored Beatrix with a salute. The captain was right. This was a courageous act, and however abrasive Beatrix might have been, she was brave and loyal to her brother. Yeah, she has been.
I can't see. I can't see.
Did you... Please tell me you actually did poison yourself and you didn't make yourself go blind? Though her eyes widened, she was reacting out... she was reaching out feebly for Katashi. He was holding onto her... what? When the first the spasm came... What? Katashi held her down, but Shizuka ducked under his arm and took one of Beatrix's hands in hers.
Oh, God.
Squeeze my hand. It's okay.
Why do you also look blind?
Nicholas.
He's okay. He's still breathing.
We will take care of him, Beatrix. I promise.
I mean... Wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Questionable CG, I guess. Because, like, when did she ever take a jacket off? Right. I didn't know if Beatrix was still conscious enough to hear the captain. Her whole body jolted in another spasm, but she didn't cry out in pain.
She's got no grip.
Beatrix.
Even the spasms seemed to have stopped.
Beatrix!
I mean, why are you all wanting her to be alive? The longer she's alive is the longer Beatrix is possibly suffering brain damage from lack of oxygen. Katashi put his ear to her chest and, well, kind of hard how she's leaning over on the table and hand in front of her mouth and nose.
She's not breathing.
Okay, is she fully dead?
Woo! Now that's what I call a show.
I mean, I wouldn't really. It was kind of just like a 3-minute thing.
Encore! Encore!
Don't encore this, because it means you're trying to get a second kill already.
She's dead. Dai, let him out.
Very well. Rules are rules. The surgery door is now open and oxygen restored to that room.
Okay. Kimiko and I hurried to the medical bay. What is everyone else doing? Nicholas is gonna... I'm pretty sure he's gonna punch us. He's gonna punch everyone. Nicholas was conscious, but the quick hurried breaths made a wheezing sound of his body was still in panic mode. The captain and I eased him gradually into a sitting position.
She...
I'm so sorry, Nicholas.
Can I...
You kind of deserve to see, it is family.
You want to see her?
Nicholas just nodded. Between the two of us, we were able to help him stand and walk to the kitchen, where the others stood gathered around Beatrix, who was laid out over the bench. Melody held out her hand to touch Beatrix's limp arm.
She was so sad.
We should go back to our quarters.
Yeah.
Nicholas?
Yes.
He's going to become a lot more violent.
I'm sorry that Beatrix has gone away.
So am I. Let us know if there's anything anyone can do.
Come on. Let's go home.
See you tomorrow, bright and early for a brand new game.
It's going to be Vampire Children again, but interestingly, she does not have... Nicholas, if ending up as the vampire, will not have an ally, because, well, not an ally in Beatrix, plus we don't know if he's going to ask us for help. It's just, it's a shame. Because in this timeline, Yoshiki died first, so... Because I imagine in one turn, he's going to be a vampire. which I'm assuming is going to be in the third one. Vladimir squeezed Melody's hand and led her out of the room before Dai could say any more.
All right. Katashi, can you please help Nicholas with her body?
Can I have a minute with her?
Yeah.
Of course. Everyone out.
The captain led the way out of the kitchen, and those of us who remained stood around in the corridor silent. Eventually, the captain spoke.
I suppose we should disperse. Katashi, can you wait here for when Nicholas is ready?
Of course.
Thanks for helping out, Katashi. Katashi and Yoshiki and Nicholas, I guess, have just been... They're all always helpful for some reason. Well, I say for some reason. This is great.
Everyone else, let him have space. Don't try to push him to talk or anything.
Fair enough. We each went our separate ways, most of us to our quarters, to hide away and wonder who Dai would take next. Chapter 3. Okay. Characters who have not died at all. The captain, Shizuka, Nicholas. The captain will not die because of plot reasons, so... and Melody. So I'm assuming... I doubt it Melody's ever going to be shown dying. So I'm assuming in the next timelines, Nicholas and Shizuka will be the people who die. Especially in the branching one. I imagine Nicholas is going to die in the first round. Shizuka and ourselves are going to be 2 of the 3 deaths in the second round. I tossed restlessly as all through the night. Beatrix died 1,000 times in a 1,000 different ways every time I closed my eyes. I rolled over, trying to get more comfortable when I met some sudden resistance.
Hey!
Why are you in our room? What the? When I opened my eyes, I find Shizuka in my bed, but what was more confronting is that she didn't even seem to see it as problematic. Why are you in our room?
Just try not to hit me again, okay? Good night.
No, go back to your own room. Shizuka rolled over and went back to sleep almost instantly. She slept with her mouth slightly open and made a gentle snoring sound. Wake up. I'm talking to you. I looked around to confirm that we were in my quarters and that I hadn't ended up in her bed by accident. No, this is definitely my room. I looked down at Shizuka, who was sleeping soundly, like a dribbly rock. Oh yeah, because she was like, okay, I shook her. Shizuka, wake up.
I don't want to study.
Just flick her on the forehead. I'm not your mother, Shizuka.
Whatever, Dad. Shh, sleeping.
I'm not your parent. Shizuka waved me away and burrowed deeper into my bed, like a cuddly tick. I guess I should have picked a draw on a face. I sat flummoxed for a moment before I begrudgingly withdrew my objections and settled back into bed. I left out of bed. No, I had no interest in being tardy on Dai's watch. Shizuka, get out of bed, we have to go.
No, I'm asleep.
Pull her ear or something. Shizuka slurred her words, turning over and trying her best not to ignore me. Seriously, Dai has summoned us, get up. Shizuka was now blatantly ignoring me. Didn't have time for this. I bent down and scooped her up in my arms, blanket and all, and delivered it to the dining hall, whether she liked it or not.
Hey, put me down!
Then you should not be in our room in the first place. What do you not understand about this? Not until we got her in the dining hall. Shizuka wiggled in vain for a moment before resigning herself to her fate. Due to the extra baggage, it took me a few minutes longer than usual, but we finally arrived in the dining hall. Only Katashi and Dai were present. Yeah, how are we going to explain this to Katashi?
Am I interrupting something? I can come back later.
Sure, come back in like 63 years?
No, wait. Why should I come back later? You come back later!
Come back where?
It's too early for your nonsense.
Yes, sure. Huh?
I don't know why you're insistent on pushing my buttons this morning, but I suggest you stop.
But buttons only exist to be pushed. Okay, I'm sorry, Dai.
Apology accepted. Now then, it's good to see you all gathered here. I've just informed the others that it's time for a good old-fashioned team meeting. They should be here any minute now.
Why was Shizuka in our room? That's what? Silence crept over the room as we stood waiting. Okay, Katashi.
So, Shizuka,
Really? Dai was going to do small talk?
played any interesting games lately?
Shizuka, ever gullible, didn't even pause to think about ulterior motives behind Dai's question, and she began to rattle off facts of her latest interest. Is that foreshadowing that Shizuka's gonna die?
I have just started playing a game called The Letter.
Ooh, I heard about that one.
Boring.
It's a horror game.
I'm interested.
You play.
Just as Shizuka began to explain the intricts of the game's plot, the rest of the team showed up.
Oh, goody. Everyone's here. Enough about your game, Shizuka. Now for the real game.
Hooray!
Welcome to the new round of the deletion game. Vampire Children.
Okay. Time to skip this?
Vampire Children.
Nope.
One person. No
Nope.
one will dare. However, after, if now the but if the vamp. Be careful though.
Yep.
I won't. Any question?
No, we're good. We got us. Yeah, yep.
Excellent.
Dai suddenly zapped out of the room, and the broadcast opened overhead, where we could all hear Dai using her best customer service voice.
We understand that you have a choice in deletion game carrier, and want to thank you all so much for choosing
Okay,
the Die
yep.
Deletion
We've seen it
game
before.
service. We
I welcome the sensation of being touched in my face by small, thin fingers. Was this a recurring thing now? Was I destined to share my bed forevermore? I let out a heavy sigh as my cheeks continued to receive an unsolicited prodding. I opened my eyes to find Shizuka next to me. Why are you in our room?
You have to wake up.
Oh, just like you had to wake up. Well, what time is it?
Just after 4 a.m.
Why are you here? Why do I have to get up? I want to finish sleeping.
The captain wants to see you.
Fair enough. God damn it. How come... Right, okay, so when Dai wants to see you, you don't want to go anywhere. But when the captain has to see me, I have to get up. I see how it is, Shizuka. I took a moment to consider the consequences of disobeying before I responded. Okay, I'm going. Shizuka slid off my bed and made her way to the door. Why were you even on the bed? Stand next to it and poke me in the face. Don't climb on bed and you know what I'm trying to say. Were you summoned as well?
I'm the messenger.
Why are you the messenger? I was immediately suspicious of her answer, but it was 4 a.m. I couldn't have cared less right now. Alright then. We made our way down to the hallway, together onto the bridge. Upon arriving to the bridge, we could see the captain pacing nervously.
Shizuka. Thank you for coming.
The captain's interest then piqued seeing me. Wow, Shizuka lied. God damn it. God. Yes?
Why are you here?
Shizuka said that.
Oh, that. Yes. Well, I thought that you would be better used to the captain than I would be, so...
Both the captain and I stood there, dumbfounded by Shizuka. Yep, I'm definitely dumbfounded as well, because what are you doing, child?
So I woke you up, and now I'm suggesting you as a better alternative.
I'm going back to sleep. If you enter my room for the third time, I'm kicking you out in the airlock. Wait, are you using me so you can go back to bed?
No.
Shizuka slowly retreated towards the bridge entrance. Certainly, was not her strong suit. Both the captain and I could clearly see what was going on. Captain, tell I to close the door. You used it on me before.
I'm doing what's best for the crew and the mission.
No, you're not. The captain just shook her head in disappointment. Clearly, this was not the first time that Shizuka had avoided taking responsibility.
Well, now that this is all sorted...
Why does everyone have this weird smile like that? She leaped out of the door, and moments later we could hear her running down the hallway. The captain sighed wearily.
I'm sorry. Shizuka roped you into this. That was not my intention.
It's fine. I don't blame you. What exactly has she roped me into?
I have some concerns regarding the black hole we are approaching. I was hoping to get confirmation of my fears from Shizuka.
Because she is the next one in charge for the navigation, right? I don't like your chances.
You have to choose your battles carefully where Shizuka is concerned.
I see. If there was anything I wanted to know about Shizuka from the captain, it seems now would be the time. Let's learn about Shizuka's family, I guess.
Perhaps it would be best if you heard that from her.
Is it that bad?
The fate of Shizuka's family was not a natural one. So I think it is best that you ask her directly.
Weren't we married to her sister in one timeline? Oh wait, she has a sister? I'm assuming had?
It would appear that I have already said too much. To the problem at hand.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, Shizuka has already excused herself, so perhaps you will give suitable counsel in regards to my concerns.
I won't, so you can blame Shizuka for that. I'll do my best, Captain. Lay it on me.
I am concerned that navigating so close to the black hole is a mistake, and the window to make any flight path adjustments is closing fast.
Captain, I think you've made the right decision.
People are already dying on my watch. I don't want to sentence the entire crew to death at once.
Well, yeah, pretty much. As long as we avoid the event horizon, the worst thing that we can deal with is the time dilation. Even then, the difference of flown time shouldn't be observable by us.
Time dilation?
We've had this conversation already. Can we not skip it? No, we can't. To put it simply, time's slow for us. Well, time's normal for us. It's slow for everyone else. Captain right, yes. Anyway.
Wise words. I wonder where you got them
I got them
from.
from a different timeline.
But you are right, and so was I. Not chancing the black hole is a death sentence in itself.
Right, see, all better. No point in worrying about what we can't control. We either die from a black hole or a psychotic AI system, both noble deaths. Yep, start laughing.
Noble indeed. Thank you for the laugh and for your counsel.
You're welcome. I'm going back to bed after I beat up Shizuka. Now that you've served my purpose, do I have the freedom to return to bed?
Your freedom has been earned. You are dismissed.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, all great and benevolent leader. I made my mock courtesy before darting back to my quarters. If Shizuka's in my bed... Oh yes, I forgot. My bed was no longer my own.
Is that you? Finished with the black hole thingy?
What has happened to your room that you have to barge and use mine? Shizuka laid in a huddle in my bed, barely holding her eyes open as she stumbled over her words. We mean your work. You mean your work? Yes, I did.
Good work. Okay, sleep now.
I will not be ordered around to sleep. Sleep is optional, and I will take it when I feel like it. She rolled over unfazed and was instantly asleep. At least she rolled over. That's actually the only considerate thing she's done, is made space for us on the bed. There was no point finding it, to be honest. Not only was she cute when she slept, it was also comforting not sleeping alone. What? No. I woke hours later at a much more reasonable time, ready to start the day. I got ready and quietly slipped out of my quarters and headed to the lab, leaving Shizuka to marinate on my drool-stained pillow. I'm not questioning it. Nope. It took half an hour to spread all my parents' work across the tables categorically. Vladimir, please tell me you're here, you can help me. Actually, no, you'd be looking after Melody, won't you? I only had one more day before the next round of the deletion game. Now was a good time as any to have a revelation. I stood surveying the vast paper landscapes and with hands on hips, trying to take everything in.
Knock, knock.
Thank you. Someone reasonable. Kitashi, right? Can you help me with Shizuka? Because when the game started, you two were best friends, or something else. I don't know. Right? We haven't really explored your two dynamics. My heart raced as I spun around to see Kitashi standing in the doorway of the lab. Kitashi, is everything okay?
Besides being caught in a deadly game run by an angry toaster?
I'm not gonna lie. I wish that was the description of this game. What was it, like 12 people caught in a deadly game run by an angry toaster. There we go, because I think there's 12 of us. I think there was 12 of us. I guess.
Then yes, everything's a-okay.
Yay. Also, an angry toaster. Do you have a death wish?
Why? You gonna snitch on me?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell her. Well, she's probably already heard you. He's actually made himself look very large and imposing. Of course not, I'm on your side.
Good. Cause snitches get stitches. Remember that.
Okay, and so either Shizuka or Katashi's gonna be the vampire this time. I don't think I could forget this moment, even if I wanted to.
Good.
I shifted my weight from side to side, and as I awkwardly tried to... Siege? It's not siege. So, why are you here?
I almost forgot. Good catch, rookie.
See, at least it's...
Shizuka asked me to ask you if you'd like to play some games with her today.
Alright, what? Okay. Right, why? Why didn't she just come and ask me herself?
Apparently she was in a boss fight or something.
Fair enough, I guess. So, how did you get roped into being her assistant?
Well, I checked in on her because when she's playing games, she often forgets to eat.
That's very considerate of you. And had she?
She hadn't eaten, but now she has. Thanks to me.
Cool. Katashi stood as proudly as a superhero, having just saved a girl from almost certain starvation. So, am I supposed to give my response to you and you can take it back to her? Katashi scoffed at my question. Nope, he's not a messenger pigeon.
I am her assistant, not yours. Run your own errands, newbie.
That's fair. Katashi gave me a reprimanding look before exiting the lab. He doesn't look very happy with us in this timeline. Does he feel threatened? Because we're not trying... She's making moves on us. She's sneaking into our room. We're not sneaking into hers. Well, I mean, we could. We could just swap. We could just take our room. Problem solved. We just explain the situation to because for some reason, she can just walk into our room whenever... Do we not have locks? Do we not lock our door? I stood once again alone in my lab, staring at the papers and no more understanding than before. Continue working. I could feel a breakthrough soon. Honestly, I'm saving it. So we can replace the captain. Sure, why not? We're getting pushed to this timeline anyway. I was getting nowhere, and tomorrow I may be dead. A few hours of video games couldn't hurt. I left the research where I lay on the lab and headed to the rec room. I arrived to find Shizuka taking up most of the floor space in front of the TV. So, what are we playing?
You came!
Yeah, because you kind of like pestering us for like the past 2 days. Well, past 2 nights. Your lowly assistant Katashi came and summoned me.
He brought me cake. Best assistant ever.
You sound like an 8-year-old. Oh man, I want cake.
You snooze, you lose.
Okay, then guess I'll be taking back my bed. Because you snooze, you lose. I'm not sure for why I felt so robbed, but I did. The cake looked amazing. Damn it, Katashi.
We're playing the 2-person version of Unicorn's Revenge. I need help to finally defeat General Rainbow.
Then ask Katashi. That sounds cool. She's going to interrupt me without skipping a beat.
You have delayed your fate for too long, General Rainbow. No longer will the magical minions, the hopping mad stars, the frosty cupcakes, or the flutterous butterflies be held captive under your spell!
Cool. What? Can we just go check on Nicholas and see how things are going? Because, I mean, he lost his sister.
I, the unicorn of the blindingly sparkly forest and the hero of this story, will rescue all those who are innocent and punish those who are responsible.
Okay. Right. And I thought we were babysitting when we were hanging out with Melody.
Prepare your meager defenses and accept your demise at the end of my horn.
Shizuka, stop. Shizuka cackled menacingly. Shizuka.
Yes?
Too far. Are you sure you're the good guy?
But of course, I'm always the good guy.
That's the logic of a bad guy. Shizuka tossed me a controller and settled in a comfortable spot as the game blazed life. It's always the bad guy thinking, "Oh, I'm the good guy. Why are you stopping me? You're only kind of hurting the future." I was passing the game's main boss, General Rainbow, stood still. She's becoming increasingly aggravated. Calm down, child. It's just a game. Calm down. So I was thinking, starting a herb garden. Don't worry, we'll get him next time. Yes, because telling someone to calm down is always going to work. Even though I just did.
Calm down?
Yeah, like, it's just a game. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Oh, and is the deletion game just a game to you?
I mean, yes. But I see your point. Well, no, that's different.
I have been working on defeating General Rainbow for years.
How bad are you at a game to take years to do it? But it doesn't matter.
I just wanted to finally defeat him before I die tomorrow!
I guess that's fine. That's fair, yeah. Everyone's got a bucket list. Shizuka's voice reverberated around the confines of the room, giving way to a tense, uneasy silence.
I just wanted to finally defeat the General. At least then I'd know that I'd left nothing here unfinished.
That makes sense. I have a better idea. Shizuka looked up at me, eyes wet and glassy. I could see she was on the brink of tears. We eat cake. How about we both survive tomorrow, and then we can sell this gold General Rainbow next week. Shizuka smiled confidently.
That is a better idea.
Is it, though? Is it? I have my moments of genius, that's true. And it's not right now. I'm gonna end the episode here. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I can't say I've said that they feel the same. This feels more so just of a what moment. So hopefully I can see you in the next one. And with that, goodbye.